What's up, Doodle Clubbers and Chroma Clubbers? Today is another Ask DCH episode. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to go to my jobs and let's see some of the questions asked. I'm not going to answer all of these questions, but some of them I will. Okay, so Waffles Are Life asks, what inspired you to create Doodle Club? As I mentioned before, I just wanted a place where people could work on projects and create stuff together. That's really the main motivation for Doodle Club. Lion Guard asks, how did Harry the Wolf get picked? Harry the Wolf, I wanted a cute, not a cute, but an interesting and unique character. And since Harry the Wolf was an emo wolf, I just figured, let's see what happens with it. We'll see what happens. If you have any suggestions or feedback on Harry the Wolf, let me know. Post in the comments below. Now the next question is by Prospective Veterinarian, and it's, can you show how to color your text? Sure. So to color text, what you need to do is use font tags. That's something you can find out about in the Font Code Club, which you can search for in clubs. And I'm going to show you how you can add font codes right here. So here you go. You use this special font tag, right? These are actually HTML tags and you can look them up online. But you say font color and then you say equals and then you say whatever color you want. So let's say we want blue. Okay. And then what you do is you have to close the tag, right? And then you put the message you're going to put in, which is, how are you, right? And then you have to close the font tag, okay? So we close it with this slash font, right? That's how you close any tag. When you open it with whatever tag font, you have to do slash and then font. Okay, so let's close that. Okay, and I know some of you have Nooks and they don't have these arrows, and instead of the arrows, you can use brackets if you don't have these little greater than and less than arrows. So once you put in that font code, you can hit return and let's see what happens. And so there you go. There's blue, how are you? And so that's how you use those special font codes. Let's move on to the next question. Okay. So the next question is, were you always a part of DC? I don't remember you being here whenever the app first came out. Also, why did you get rid of the rooms feature? Well, was I always a part of DC? I was definitely involved in DC, but remember, at first, we didn't even have a social area. But once we started adding the social area around the end of 2012, then yeah, I started answering questions, but then I guess maybe it was informal or I didn't have like an official account, but then I started realizing that, you know what, there should be an official helper. So I kind of flowed into that role. Also, why did you get rid of the rooms feature? Well, look, I realize we should have had a virtual world. Honestly, I think that Doodle Club would have been better with a virtual world. The thing is, though, since Doodle Club, the actual design of Doodle Club was very unique, I had to figure out a way to experiment with all the new concepts and ideas in a quick and fast way. And having the virtual world kind of got in the way of that, in my opinion. And you know what? I think that was a mistake. That was just me being lazy. What we should have had was a virtual world, and then some of these other kind of experimental concepts we could have put on the side or in a special area of the virtual world to check out. So I'm actually considering bringing back rooms, and a future question, I'll talk about it a little more pretty soon, later on in the video. But anyway, so that question was by Alaskan Myth. Artsy Girl 13 says, is there a way I can unguide myself because I don't want to be a guide anymore? I'm guiding too many people and I don't want to be a guide anymore. You know what? I will consider it. Someone else has asked me about also not being a guide. I think what we'll do is first of all see if there's a glitch, because I heard that you're guiding 9 people. That's what you told me. And the fact is that you should only be guiding probably up to 3 people at a time. So first let me fix that glitch, and maybe in January we'll consider having an option to unguide. Okay, some random person. The next question is by some random person who said, what do waffles eat? I'm thinking they meant to say what do wolves eat, and I think wolves eat grass and meat. I'll look it up on Wikipedia. Okay, next question. What features are you adding to Doodle Club? And that's by Volleyball Cutie. For Doodle Club, once I think I said this before, most of the features are already there. We might add a few badges, but one thing we're trying to do, and this relates to why, removing rooms before, is that we're looking into a virtual world. And here's a little prototype of how that virtual world would actually look. Let me see if I can actually get in there. Okay, there we go. And you would have your little character that you doodled. And because I'm on iPad, I'm recording this on iPad, the doodle doesn't actually, like, it's not a pure stamp, but maybe in a future update it will properly do a stamp. But what you would do is you would actually go to your virtual world. You would have like things like, hey, I want to draw my character doodle, right? And you would draw your character doodle. Let's see. Right? And then it would become part of your virtual world. And so really that's the goal of the virtual world, is to create a world where everyone can just doodle whatever they want and it comes to life inside the virtual world. And I think that would be interesting. And this is kind of a prototype. I'm showing you a prototype of how it would be. And as you can see the little thing doodled. Normally there wouldn't be that white background on what you doodled, and but maybe that'll get fixed later on. But that's the basic concept we're looking at right now. If you have any suggestions for the virtual world or any other input on this concept of doodling either your pets or your avatar or your furniture, let me know. But it would be nice to have a really cool virtual world where everyone created stuff, and they can just explore other people's creations. So anyways, so that's that question, and I'm going to see if there's anything else really here that is kind of cool. Okay. Okay, well, now that I showed you the virtual world, we'll get back into playing a little music again. um, okay, so let's see. How many animals are in here? That's by a random person. I think that's for Chroma Club. I'd say there are about 10 to 15 different animals. Not completely sure. But you see a lot of the pets, the dogs and the cats. There's about like probably 7 to 15 of those. Go Draw Now asks, why are you a helper? Well, I really enjoy working with people who are doing creative stuff. So let me okay, I'm going to continue this. And okay, so it's why does DC glitch on some devices? And that's the last question. It's by Shadling, and I think it just glitches because we don't get enough feedback. So if you do have glitches, let us know. We're constantly experimenting and trying new ideas and new concepts, so you will see glitches. So if you do have any glitches, just post on DCH's wall, and we'll see what we can do. So I think that's it. That's it for the Ask DCH for this week. If you have any other questions, post them in the comments below, or check out some of the jobs that I post in Doodle Club and Chroma Club on when I ask for questions from the community. If you have any suggestions for other videos you want to see on the channel, let me know. And that's it.